Hey, did it start? Oh, I don't think it started. No, that's a bad. Oh, wait, never mind. It did. Yeah. That's what I like to see. That's what I like. Good old fashioned stupidity. What? Oh man. But I'm excited anyway. First, I hope you're proud of yourself. I hope that intrigues you well enough to where you could achieve all the goals under the sun. You know what I'm saying? Hi Leon, hello. How are you today on this fine Thursday? I think I'm in a bad mood. I think I'm in a bad mood. I don't know yet. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. I think this will be the first stream where I get through the entire thing without swearing, because there's not really much to get my dander up. Not really much to get my dander up. Actually, never mind. Rashad might already get me to crack because he's sitting here saying Madden has been garbage since 2018. Bold assumption. I'd argue Madden's been trash since 2012. Madden 13 was the tipping point. I know a lot of people want to talk about all these recent Maddens, but Madden 13 was the ultimate tipping point. Y'all got bad memories. Y'all got poor recollection, and that's fine. That's why I'm here, as the guy who always maintains a little bit of memory deep inside. You know what I'm saying? But how are y'all? With the exception of the bozo that's sitting here like, oh my God, my allergies. Oh my God, my allergies have gotten worse. Oh God, oh God. Have you all enjoyed Star Wars? I think Star Wars is great. What's good, Leon? I mean, I just sat here and recorded 2 videos. Kind of sad, but that's my issues to burn at the cross. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. That's what's good. But what's bad? I want to know what's bad. I'm the sick individual that wants to know all the bad. The bad is what fuels us to carry on and live to see yet another day, a glorious another day. Who do we turn to for such a bad day? I'm interested in only 2 things right now: Madden and all this Star Wars discourse, because this Star Wars discourse is terrible. New Star Wars show is garbage. Well, that makes you a racist. Don't ask me how. Just believe it. Just believe deep inside you got a layer of bigotry about you that can't be beat, can't be understood, can't be combated like at all. Just somehow accept the fact that you're the problem. Ada, how about instead of being I almost swore. Instead of being a stupid person, how about you add some context to what you're saying? Because I'm not, you just randomly typing that out is not really helping me understand anything. So like, stop being slow and participate. If you want to participate in the class, you got to stop being slow. See, people know how to make me swear. It's just say something stupid. Just say something stupid. Heard good things about Madden. I haven't heard a thing. Apparently, the trailer dropped 2 hours ago, and this is how I know Madden 25 might be terrible again for like the 10th year in a row. They did like the whole announcement of it and had people thinking the trailer was going to drop last week. But no, they just dropped like some random website article about, you know what? Wait. I got, depending on how this goes, I gotta have something in the background to help smooth this over if it goes bad. Like if this trailer turns out to be booty cheeks, I gotta have something in the background that's gonna like make me feel a little bit better. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, pause. I don't want you to hear it. I want us all together to watch the Madden 25 trailer. The second time Madden is going to release a game that's called Madden NFL 25, and they did that in 2013. Because if you can't tell, Madden did such a great job. Yay! For the 25th anniversary, let's create Madden 25. And people asked this question back in 2013. And now it's coming to fruition. You know? Wait a minute. Visual quality. Oh, look, that's my camera. Hey, that's from me recording a video. We don't need that. Visual quality may depend on your hardware, game engine footage. Not all images appear in the game. Then why are you showing me? Why are you going to show me them? I don't want to see images that are not in the game. And mind you, I'm one of the people who doesn't like Madden now. But I'm not one of these people who's like, they don't do anything innovative. It's a football game. What else can they do? Like they're not adding NFL Street to this. They're not adding like a little backyard football type feel to where you could. I hope they never do this. I hope they never do what 2K is doing. I hope they never like create like some online to where you could customize a random football player or receiver, and then you could just hit like a backyard field or a park field and just like go to top. Please don't ever. Please don't. Please. Madden, please don't do things like this. I'm the only one that'll probably hate gameplay like this, like gameplay trailers like this, because they'll give me all these cutscenes off instant replay. Just show me the game outright. Give me a full first half or a second half of a game. Just like completely unedited, just let it all play out. Let's see what it all look like. Don't give me instant replay clips. I could make a Madden trailer.
This is Field Sense, powered by BoomTech.
Oh, God. The new innovative controls that are going to be either labeled as cheese or ineffective. Wait a minute. Wait. Who here has played the last Madden? Do y'all remember when they had that teaser of Patrick Mahomes doing like a deep sea dive and throwing the ball? I have never seen that in the game. I only saw that in the trailer. I did not see that in the game at any point.
Authentic one-on-one impacts fueled by physics. But Field Sense isn't just BoomTech. Now you see me, now you. It's spectacular.
Oh God, one arm grabbing, huh? All right, that might be. I feel like that might be animation based. The last Madden game was mid. No, the last Madden game was terrible. I'm gonna just need you to stop trying. I'm gonna need you to stop trying to give Madden some leeway. They took it out, bro. They teased that like that was about to be one of the best things in the game. You know what it is? Because they dropped the beta. They dropped the beta for the game, and people played it, and people realized, yo, wait a minute. This game is gonna be cheeks. You know why? Because I remember playing it, and I could do the dive throw with Josh Allen. Excuse me? When has Josh Allen ever did anything like that?
New grabs. Hold up, wait, stop. And more control across the field, so you can combo killer new hezzies with wicked new juke. Stop.
That's a new juke? That's a new juke. You gonna sit here and tell me that was a new juke?
Combo killer new hezzies.
Oh, that's a killer new hezzy. The backup, like weave your body? Yeah, I haven't seen that Madden.
With wicked new juke. Stop.
You can't say wicked new juke and show me Lamar Jackson breaking a tackle. I've seen that in the last 3 Maddens.
And elusive new ball carrier mechanics. Okay, I gotta give it all.
That's not new either. I've seen running backs break the tackle.
It's time to buckle your chin straps and lower your shoulders, so you can dominate in franchise mode with the top.
Ugh. Who was that?
So you can dominate in franchise mode
Ugh. Ugh. Hey man, I don't know who authentic rookie heads. Who is it? I don't know. Y'all did this man bad. That ain't right. That ain't right. I don't know who that is, but he needs his money back. He needs his money back immediately. This game gonna be trash, but I'll play it anyway. I mean, this is my last Madden. Like, if this ain't decent enough, I'm done. I'm good.
With the top new rookies and fresh playbooks.
Wow, you didn't want to show me the playbook, but you'll show me the new formation kickoff rules. Okay. Wow, why not show me the playbook? Why would you skim through that? Why would you skim through that? I'm interested in the playbooks. Why did you just skim through all the, I would guess, important things to talk about? Oh, it's the cover athlete.
Hits like Madden.
This was not it. Man, EA, y'all can't sell it. Y'all are not good at selling a video game, bro. Y'all are not good at selling a video game. I was not entertained and I'm very upset. So now I must cleanse myself with a better trailer.
Jeanette Eccles, Junior Assistant Bounty Hunter at your service.
GTA Online, whatever update they got coming out next week.
Chomping at the bit.
The price reflects our top-tier personnel.
Proud of you.
I know you can't tell, but I'm thrilled to meet you.
Look at this. Beautiful. This is beautiful. This is what I needed. See, I should have watched this. See, I should have watched this first. This is way better. See, this is better because on a scale of 1 to screw it, this is amazing. This got me excited. See, this is 20, what? No, this is 30 seconds. I'd rather EA, first of all, it's NCAA 25. Second of all, I don't know why you have faith in that. Like, this is a EA. This is why I'm not too excited for NCAA. It's still a game made by EA. Like, I have to be cautious here. I have to be cautious about what it is that they are about to produce because, yes, it's a franchise that people have wanted for years to come back. And now it's back because they finally got it to where they could pay all the college athletes. It's still an EA game, so I gotta sit here and wonder if they're gonna screw the pooch on this one, Buckeyes. Because they could. They absolutely could screw the pooch on that. And then what people gonna say? Oh, y'all just hating. Y'all don't want to enjoy that good. No, it's EA. Like, that's my whole gripe. I'll give it a chance, but I'm not stupid enough to just be like, oh, this is gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, it's EA. I gotta walk with caution here. And if I don't, I'm gonna be automatically disappointed. But I'm giving it enough of a chance to where I can feel confident that maybe if it's good, I won't have to stress too much. But that's only if it's good. If it's bad, well, it should be bad then. That's all that is. That's really all that is. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And I feel like that's all we need to say in the grand scheme of things. All these random, like, oh my God, I have the insider information that this game is going to suck. That's just people trying to sound smart. That's just people trying to sound smart. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Alex.
The best thing EA has ever done was lower the prices for the same. Well, no one cares about that. No one cares about that. Like, at all. At all. I'm about to challenge myself. I'm about to change the title of the stream. I'm changing the title of the stream. I want to know how much brain rot I can actually consume. I want... I have to give myself the ability to warm up to it. I can't just, because the Madden thing, all you can really say about Madden is it's a football game. It's a football game. It's come out every single year. Really not a good idea for it to be doing that, but it does. You know, that's going to be painful. I mean, sure. Don't judge me based on what I changed the title to. It had to be done. I'm sorry. It had to be done. I wouldn't feel right if it wasn't done this way, because you know what? When it comes to race play, you could always count on select individuals to make you proud. It's just to make you proud. Oh boy. What do you mean, oh boy? Because you know what? I felt like I didn't give it enough of a try. I felt like I didn't give it enough of a chance to study a YouTuber. Really? Yep. But before that, remember the fat guy that you all talk about on occasion? And how like weird he is and how decrepit he is and how he talked about how he's not interested in drama anymore. Well, not only is he retweeting other people in response to, I ain't even gonna lie, if you call a guy in current court cases, even though I just did it, if you call a guy going through legal troubles and it comes out that his children, or at least one of his children, apparently, allegedly, tested positive for cocaine, if you call that drama, get AIDS. You need to get AIDS, because your language barrier is so skewed, it hurts to even breathe and realize that you also share the same breath. I despise that word because of how muddied it became. And it's primarily because of people like this. People like Tipster suck. Stick to playing, I was about to say Elden Ring, Resident Evil. This is not your field anymore, bucko. You're all right. Just stay away from Alcatraz, because the more you speak your mind, the more people will see you and talk bad about you and make fun of your weight and make fun of your family. Getting AIDS is wild. Hey, bro. At some point, people got to realize the consequence. And that'd be a good consequence. These situations are spiraling out of control way too quick these days. Hey. Why did I click on this title? Because you're into race play and you want to see if other people are into it. Bro, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, bro, kinks and all things that inhabit it are not wrong. Don't feel ashamed unless you want to bring those kinks towards children. You bring the kinks towards children, then you should feel ashamed of yourself. Like, be embarrassed to even go outside. Like, honestly, like, be ashamed that you might even exist. But if you just normal and you go about walking the thin line between love and hate, what's your thoughts about the new Disney Star Wars series? Oh, you wanted to talk about that now? Sure. I've never been a fan of Star Wars. I think all Star Wars sucks, except for the Cartoon Network series from 2008 and that animated series from like 2000, 2001. Everything else sucks. Yes, even what you people call cinema, the Return of the Jedis and all this, even the prequels, I think it all sucks. If you got a problem with that, oh well. Like, what are you going to do to make me change my mind that I don't really like something? Because at the end and start of the day, if I'm not entertained by something, there's no amount of, but actually, you should do this that's going to convince me to be entertained by it. So let's bury the lead right there. Let's bury the lead right there. Nothing about Star Wars, with the exception of what I named, is interesting to me. For no other reason, but I'm not entertained by it. End of story. Anybody else who got all these think piece lores about how some green motherfucker named Yoda broke the fucking thing. So, well, 19 minutes, pretty good enough. Fuck it. Anything about some green motherfucker not liking sand is not gonna make me like Star Wars. Motherfucker bringing up the old Republic is not gonna make me like Star Wars. I said what I said. If you like a lot of Star Wars, perfectly fine. If you like the fucking prequels and whatever the original trilogy is and whatever the fuck all this other shit is, it's fine. I don't care. Because guess what? All I care about is what I like. I went to go watch Bad Boys 4. I thought it was better than Bad Boys 2. Simple, clear cut. And anybody who disagrees, okay, but you're not changing my mind off what I said. I'm glad we all understand that. I'm guessing you heard that Nerd-Erotic and Critical Drink. Who the fuck is Nerd-Erotic? I know Critical Drinker. That's Drunk Shrek. What the fuck is a Nerd-Erotic? Like, what is that? And don't fucking respond to me with, you don't know who Nerd-Erotic? No, I don't. No, I don't. Sorry, but I don't. But yeah, the Star Wars is not a franchise for me. It never was. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is still not a franchise for me. And the only movies I've seen out of that are Endgame and the one before Endgame. Everything else that wasn't a Spider-Man movie, don't care about. Sorry. Didn't watch Civil War. Well, I guess I watched the Black Panther movies. That's because I have to represent my blackness. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to represent your blackness. I love when I say I don't know somebody and then motherfuckers be like, oh, they do this, as if that's supposed to fucking mean anything. Oh, Nerd-Erotic's a movie review. Wow, still don't know who that is. I know who Critical Drinker is. I know who Critical Drinker is. The Star Wars fans and content creator Looper were attacking them over it. Oh, boo-hoo. Let me fucking see what Looper actually said, because I saw motherfuckers were bringing that up, but I don't know what they actually said. Oh, would you look at that? I type in Looper on Twitter. Look at the first thing I see. It's Nerd-Erotic. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, fuck. Oh, look, he's got fucking glasses as an emoji. That pans out.
Some audience members have issues with the show's diversity and LGBTQ+ themes, and those should be dismissed. However, viewers should genuinely examine the legitimate criticisms the Acolyte has received. Cultural critics like the Critical Drinker and Nerd-Erotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started. As always, rage bait and review bombings distract from actual criticism. In particular, Episode 3 has proven to be controversial.
Am I supposed to look at this as an attack? The motherfuckers just put a false characterization on them. Like, that's it. Let me hear this again. Let me hear this again.
Critical Drinker and Nerd-Erotic have dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their
which I heard is the criticism of, like, what, episode 4? How many episodes of the Acolyte are there? Word on the street is episode 4 is like lore breaking, apparently.
Commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started.
All right. Do we need to watch The Critical Drinker to figure this out? I'm watching Critical Drinker because I like Critical Drinker, you know what I'm saying? I like when he says, go away now. They both received the Wendigoon treatment. That's a real drastic characterization, because what I just heard doesn't even compare to the Wendigoon treatment. And also, I'm going to need you to not speak like a terminally online douchebag. Because what you dub the Wendigoon treatment, that ain't even close. Not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna need you to rewatch what you call the Wendigoon treatment and then line it up with what Nerd-Erotic tweeted. Because I could say Looper is dog shit when it comes to whatever this response was. Because when it comes to Critical, motherfucker reviews movies and either fucking gives a descriptive ass I like it or a descriptive ass I don't like it. And if you're so, and there's another thing. Well, motherfuckers really like to fucking say don't feed negativity, yet motherfuckers continuously poke the bear. And then once they get chewed out, they delete the shit, which apparently is what Looper did. So congratulations. You're fucking boring. They brought a character that's not even alive yet in the series. Well, that sounds terrible. I don't know too much about Star Wars, but that seems like that wouldn't make sense in the lore grand scheme of things. But in the back of my mind, I still don't care because it's Star Wars.
You know,
I'm not a fan of Star Wars. Oh God. I don't know which one I'm tempted to watch first. The Bad Boys review or the fucking Acolyte episode 3 review. Decision, fuck it. We're here because it's Star Wars, so. Oh God. Giving me an episode scene first. All right, let's see what you give me. All right, wait. We gotta understand though. We gotta understand what we're looking for in this specific review. What are we looking for here, Looper?
Or breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started.
Okay, it's encouraging bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started. Okay.
Yes. The power of two. The power of many.
I feel like I'm supposed to pay attention to what these ladies are saying. Am I? Fuck it. I'm gonna pay attention anyway.
Power of one. Yes.
I don't really trust movie reviewers or Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, I don't either. Here's what I do. I watch the trailer of something and I'll either say, I might get this. I might watch this. Or I say, nah, I'm not gonna watch this. Nah, I'm not gonna watch this. But I will say though, if I could give anybody a recommendation, Bad Boys 4 is a pretty good movie, pretty solid movie for the summer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I could throw out a recommendation, Bad Boys are so good, I went to go to the movies to see it twice. And that's just me. I know everybody's not supposed to trust like movie reviewers, but that's the beauty of it. I'm not a movie reviewer. I'm just a guy who went to go see a movie and enjoyed it.
Power of two. The power of many.
This was more of a throwaway comment, not at the length in bad faith part of a video. I mean, honestly, you know, I can't even sit here in good conscience and be like, oh, I'm referring to the disingenuous slander and character assassination. I'm gonna need you to look up the definition of character assassination, because what you describe as that in regards to Looper and Nerd Erotic and Critical Drinker is not even close to the real character assassination that a motherfucker tried to do to Wendigoon. Not even comparable.
Yes.
So far, 23 seconds in, I'm not seeing any bigotry or hatred, but maybe I should let him speak.
Yes.
Episode 3 of The Acolyte was, without
Speed
a
it
doubt,
up!
one of the most devastatingly embarrassing spectacles I think I've ever witnessed on TV. 40 solid minutes of relentless, unadulterated, unapologetic, unaware cringe, distilled down to its purest and most toxic form. A show made by people who seem to despise not just Star Wars, but the very concept of filmmaking and storytelling in general. It's quite literally anti-entertainment made by anti-geniuses, and I do believe it may have broken...
Anti-geniuses? Seems like that could be an insult. Maybe. I like the one comment that says, I owe Jar Jar an apology. That's terrible.
what's left of the Star Wars fandom forever. Anyway, there's an extra large bottle of toilet duck with my name on it, so let's get this over with as quickly as possible.
All right, let me slow this down a little bit because I forget this motherfucker talks a little bit fast.
The episode begins 16 years before the main events of the show, on the peaceful planet of whatever stupid name the writers concocted this time, and we get to see strong female character and strong female antagonist when they were still little kids. I know this because of the subtle visual cues, like them still having the exact same hairstyle they'll have 16 years later, because as we all know, everyone chooses to stay exactly the same forever. Anyway, strong female character and strong female antagonist live with their two mums in a coven of communist lesbian space witches that have chosen to isolate themselves from the rest of the Republic because the galaxy doesn't tolerate women like them. Oh my goodness, I want...
No, that's not bigotry. It's just people bringing in their American societal standards into a TV show, and criticizing that is not even hateful or big. Wait, what was the exact wording?
Dubbed the show lore-breaking for its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started.
Bigotry and hatred over a show that's just getting started.
Wonder what that could
I mean, criticizing a show, that's not really bigotry, nor is it hatred. It's more so just criticism. If you've gone farther than Jar Jar, then you just need to go work in another field. What am I supposed to know about Jar Jar? Wait, isn't that Misa Muska character that fucking looked like a snail? Find the bigotry? Well, can't really find it, nor am I viewing this. You need to find the character assassination before you worry about finding the bigotry.
possibly be a reference to. The writing is so subtle on this show, you see, I just can't make out what they're driving at. Also, this is just a crazy thought on my part, but if you really want to remain hidden from the rest of the galaxy, maybe don't build your communist lesbian space witch community in a gigantic fortress on top of a mountain that's so big it can probably get seen from space.
Are you dumb or something?
Anyway, this is where the show tries its hand at character development, and I use that word about as loosely as I'd use the term fine dining to describe a pot noodle. The two strong female twins are due to go through a big ceremony to turn them into full-on witches because they were created without a father using the power of the Force. Sorry, the thread, but don't worry, we'll get into that soon enough.
Wait a minute. Now listen, I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I know a couple things. Ain't the Force like that thing where you can like stick your hand out and like choke somebody with air? Now listen, I know there's probably some more in-depth detail with that, but remember who y'all about to leave a comment to. It's a guy who really ain't a Star Wars fan. Just let me know if I'm in the ballpark or if I'm not in the ballpark. That's all you really need to do. Shit, that's legitimately all you gotta do. if I could just like make sure that I'm in that ballpark, I feel like it'll be productive enough. And that's all I would necessarily really need. Pretty much. Fancy telekinesis. Force is just telekinesis with extra steps. Okay. Cause wasn't Luke born not of a father and a mother boinking? Or am I thinking of the wrong character? Because they got one of them characters in Star Wars that was like born without the idea of fucking. Right? Was it Luke or was it Ahsoka? The Sand Boy. Okay. Listen, man, I don't keep up with Star Wars lore. I'm not a Star Wars fan. So it's like, whatever I fuck up, y'all gotta help me. I might know a few things, but whatever I fuck up with mainly, y'all gotta help me. If y'all don't help me, y'all racist. You know what I'm saying? You racist. You is a hardcore racist if you don't help me understand the lore of this fucking franchise I'm not entertained by.
Believe that. But strong female character dreams of leaving the communist lesbian space witches behind and seeing what else is out there in the galaxy. Strong female
Is the bigotry and hatred supposed to be that he's saying lesbian space witches? Because if that's the case, then we've really gone past the point of understanding what bigotry and hatred is.
Antagonist, on the other hand, wants to stay right.
Sure, it's douchey, but yeah. Isn't it true though? Because doesn't the mom have a girlfriend or a wife? So does that not make them a fucking lesbian couple? Hello? Because I think he said like the two little girls are sisters, which I hope that doesn't lead to anything sexual, but I don't know. Fuck, people nowadays make sure anything goes on. But like, I'm not really seeing the bigotry and hatred for a show that's just getting started.
Right here and refuses to let her twin leave because she's a psychotic lunatic. I wonder if this is going to have repercussions later. So it's time for us to meet their mums. Strong female character number 4 and strong female character number...
Leon, if you want, I can hop on Discord and fill in the blanks. One problem. No.
Number 5, each of whom have slightly different perspectives on how to raise their strong female twins. Strong female character number...
Motherfucker thought I was about to hop in Discord with somebody I don't know. Type of fucking fool you take me for.
5 believes in discipline, caution, and suspicion of outsiders, while strong female character number 4 is more indulgent and free-thinking. And apparently she gets the last word on how they're raised because she created them with the power of the thread.
I carried them.
I created them. Liar, your pants on fire.
Now, you might have thought that Anakin was the only example of immaculate conception in Star Wars, but you'd be wrong, you bigot, because it turns out that not one but 2 strong female characters got there like 100 years earlier. Why do I get Timeless Children and Star Trek Discovery vibes from all of this? Also, we might as well get this thread bullshit out of the way. So, like, you know how the Force has been one of the defining elements of Star Wars for almost 50 years, referenced in every single movie, game, and TV show ever made? Well,
sure. I do remember playing Lego Star Wars a little bit.
It turns out we were all wrong, because according to the lesbian communist space witches, the real nature of it is a thread that binds all living things together. It's not a power that can be controlled or used as a weapon like those mean stinky Jedi do. Also, it's funny because literally seconds later, strong female character number 4 actually does use the thread as a weapon.
How embarrassing.
And the more I think about that, the more it seems like a perfect metaphor for people just like this, claiming one thing and then doing the exact opposite without ever acknowledging their own hypocrisy. Jesus, imagine still being a Star Wars fan at this point and having to reconcile all these conflicting bullshit ideas in your heads.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, it's time for one of the most cringe-inducing scenes in all of Star Wars, and that's really saying something at this point.
Power 1, power 2, the power of many.
Fuck is this? What is this? This supposed to be a chant? Is this shit supposed to encourage people to like power up? What the fuck was the point of that? That looked douchey.
When I saw this, I actually had to pause the playback, walk away, and really just let it sink in. This is a thing that actually got made. Real functioning adults wrote, performed, edited, and scored this, and at no point in the process did anyone raise their hands and say, I think this might be a bad idea, guys. This is exactly what happens when you take people who consider this to be thought-provoking art and put them in charge of a $200 million Star Wars show. Truly, George Lucas must be so proud of what they've accomplished with his baby. Anyway, luckily for us, the ceremony gets interrupted when the means...
I feel like when y'all bring up George Lucas and what he thinks about this, I need y'all to remember that this motherfucker sold that shit to them. And to my knowledge, has not attempted to buy it back. So it's like, what is he gonna do about it? Like, that motherfucker is probably sitting at home, chilling, or very upset that he sold it to these motherfuckers. I don't know. Motherfucker might just be standing there for all I care. That motherfucker might be co-signing some of this shit for all I fucking know.
Stinky Jedi show up to kidnap the strong female twins because they think they could be powerful in the Force or something. You know, it's funny how there seems to be this real concerted effort by Disney to paint the Jedi in the worst possible light so that they can be replaced with something more modern. Anyway, strong female character number 5 doesn't appreciate this much and uses the thread as a weapon, even though it totally isn't a weapon according to them, to threaten token white guy with annihilation. Because really, who else out of this extremely diverse group of Jedi could she possibly choose as her victim?
The Indians. Oh wait, it's not July yet.
Anyway, eventually strong female Jedi...
Never mind, strike it from the record.
Tries to win strong female character over to his side by handing her a lightsaber to play with.
Are you dumb or something?
Are you out of your fucking mind? She's a small child, and this is one of the deadliest weapons in the galaxy. Is this really how you want to attract someone to your cause? Like, what if she accidentally ignites it and cuts her own head off? Fucking mission failed right there, you dick. Anyway, so the Jedi's plan is to test the strong female twins to see if they've got force potential, so the communist lesbian space witches hatch the genius plan for them to intentionally fail the test so they'll be left alone.
Yes, yes.
Is the bigotry calling them a bunch of buzzwords while describing the show? Because that's not bigotry. I'd argue that's just lame, but that's just lame. Oh my God, the lesbian communist fascist space wizards. Like, I wouldn't look at that as bigotry. I'd look at that as just lame. Nor do I think it's inspiring a bunch of hatred. I just think it's criticism with a type of humor only one can enjoy. Which, again, not bigotry or hatred.
Wow, 4-dimensional quantum mega chess going on there, ladies. Well done. Unfortunately, it all goes wrong when strong female character gets found out in a matter of seconds and decides to just pass the test anyway. So strong female antagonist does the smart thing and locks her in a room and then sets her journal on fire in the middle of a stone hallway in a fortress that's made predominantly of stone. I mention the fact that it's made of stone so often because the fire quickly spreads and then engulfs the entire fortress, because apparently in this universe stone is more combustible than a 1990s shell suit. Oh yeah, and the communist lesbian space witches all die from boredom or something. Then strong female antagonist falls into a pit and strong female character gets rescued by Squid Game guy who agrees to take her to Coruscant and train her as a Jedi. But wouldn't you know it?
Is the bigotry somebody getting called Squid Game guy? Because I don't think that'd be bigotry. Is that the bigotry, Drinker Leon? Bro, I don't want to segue this because I'm actually entertained by the concept of somehow people are bigots and spreading hatred for criticizing a show. To anybody who doesn't like me, stop announcing to me that you're unsubscribing from any of my channels. I drank alcohol and did 3 videos drunk. And for some reason, it inspired somebody to be like, oh, this channel had a lot going for it, but I can't keep watching all of these drunken rambles. And it's just like, are you bored? You need something to do? And the motherfucker was like, oh, I really don't care. I was just voicing my opinion. And this was 2 days ago. There's still the pinned comment under the video arguing with people about how they announced what the fuck they're doing. Can y'all stop? Like, if you don't like it, bye. and it's fine, but like, don't announce it to me because I'm gonna see it, and then I'm going to antagonize you for fun. Because why the fuck are you announcing to me that you're unsubscribing? What does that do? Was that supposed to get me to stop drinking? No, I don't even drink that much. Fuck, motherfucker, go watch 2 NBA Finals games and enjoys his life one time, and now it's everybody else's problem. Sad. The unsubscribe, unfollow announcements are the best. It's like, I respect the motherfuckers who just be like, I ain't gonna say nothing, I'm just unsubscribing. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all may not like me, but I got a little bit of respect for y'all because y'all do it in silence. Hey, y'all do it in silence. I can respect a motherfucker that operates in silence. Not the motherfuckers, and I say this knowing I was one of these motherfuckers at one point. It was like, I'm moving in silence. Everybody, I'm moving in. Everybody, look over here. Hey, look over here. Hey. I hope y'all can hear the sound of me snapping my fingers just now. I'm moving in silence. Everybody be well aware. The silence is what I'm moving in. It's like now it's just I'm a perpetual ghost. And I like it. I'm creating another account to follow. See? Douchey. Like you thought I was gonna like laugh at that. I find you to be a douche. Not interesting, like at all. Hi Leon, how's your day going? I'm sleepy. I should be taking my nap, but I decided, hey, you know what you could do? Record 2 videos, one of them being about climate change, the other one being about the Star Wars discourse, because yes, I did see the infamous rap song that has gone viral in the past like 11 hours. I have thoughts, but you're not going to know those thoughts until how many hours? 2 hours from now. I'm not telling you a thing. Just know I'm aware. I'm aware. But you won't know what I think about this. For now, I'm trying to figure out if fellow YouTubers I share a website with are bigoted and hateful in any way. Oh God. And if they are, they do a bad job of it because I guess there was some praise for 2 black guys starring in a movie.
Strong female antagonist.
Oh wait, never mind. It'll just mean that they hate the black women.
Actually,
what rap song? Oh, now I'm not gonna tell. Now I'm not gonna see. I know your underhanded tactics. You're saying what rap song so that I could show you and that you could get a response out of me. Nope. Not happening. If you don't know, wait 2 hours. You'll find out. Or not. Go on Twitter and type in Star Wars Acolyte. You'll find it.
Revived and begins her revenge trip. Wow, who could have predicted that when we totally know that she's alive 16 years later? You know, reviewing this episode is kind of an exercise in futility at this point because really, what is the point anymore in complaining about nonsensical and contradictory writing, the horrendous cinematography, the wooden acting, and the terrible dialogue? Those things are all par for the course in The Acolyte. You almost expect it now. The bigger problem now is that it's honestly difficult to feel much of anything for The Acolyte or Star Wars in general, because I think this show is proof, if you ever needed it, that this is just how things are going to be now. Star Wars isn't going to be saved by anyone. It's not going to go back to the way it was, and it's not going to improve in any meaningful way because there's no one left with the will or the talent to do it. The Acolyte represents their ultimate vision for this franchise. It's the perfect distillation of everything Disney and the so-called creatives at Lucasfilm want to inject into George Lucas's vision, and they're not going to stop. Kathleen Kennedy recently bemoaned all the criticism that she and women like Leslie Headland have taken for their creative decisions because the predominantly male fanbase just can't seem to recognize their genius. Well, congratulations, Kathy, because that seems to be a problem that you've gradually solved with every new show and movie that you've produced. If there's no fans left at all, then there's no toxic male fans left either. Genius. So in that respect, at least, I guess you've kind of won by default. Congratulations, Star Wars is all yours now. And this here is your prize, an empire of dust, a franchise in ruins. And really, I hope it was all worth it. I hope it was worth the billions of dollars you've blown on failed projects over the...
I got a question, Star Wars fans. Is there any movie that's good? Like, I guess since Disney bought Star Wars, is there any movie that's been good? Like any? Because it seems like, I could be wrong, motherfuckers ain't got no good movies to watch. And that seems like it sucks for y'all. But to me, I don't care. It's not my franchise to watch. Revenge of the Sith. I said since Disney bought the fucking franchise. Pay attention. How the fuck are you a CIA operative and you ain't paying attention? It's your job to pay attention. Rogue One was okay, or kind of okay. Well, see, Rogue One, I guess. Whatever that's about. I'm guessing it's about, forgive me if I just so happen to be wrong, one person that's a rogue. Or maybe it's a team of people and they go by Rogue One, which would be douchey.
Years. I hope it was worth provoking the contempt and finally the apathy of millions of Star Wars fans that have just chosen to walk away. I hope it was worth it to have a legacy of absolute failure.
Force Awakens and Rogue One seem to be the only good movies since Disney bought it. Okay. Now we got another movie. We got a Force Awakens. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now we got 2 movies. Now, how many movies have come out since they bought it? How many movies have come out since they bought it? Like what, 4? You can't tell me all of them bad. Like, come on now. All of them can't be bad, right? I feel like if they all bad, then that's just horse shit. Like 5? Ew. 5 movies have come out and only 2 of them? That's crazy. Tragic. As I say, just tragic. Get me? It's just tragic. I'm guessing like 5. Jesus Christ. So nobody knows. Fuck. I thought some of y'all was fans of this shit. Not all y'all magically don't know. See? Y'all ain't no real fans. Andor is okayish TV show based on Rogue One. The female lead was a Mary Sue. So she couldn't be beat, I guess. Which is fine. Nothing wrong with a character that can't be beat. Rey Palpatine? Oh, that sounds terrible. Not since The Last of Skywalker a few years ago. Most Star Wars content that came out afterwards was Disney Plus shows. But class, we just watched this whole video. Help me out. Did you notice any... Wait, what was it again?
Revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred over...
I don't know. I watched this for the first time and I don't feel encouraged to spread bigotry. It more so just kind of seemed like the Star Wars show kind of sucks in the eyes of one individual. Like that seemed to be the gimmick here. But you know what? Maybe the bigotry spread towards the Bad Boys movie, huh? Maybe it spread here. So let's see.
After experiencing the slow motion train wreck that is Star Wars for the past couple of weeks, I figured a cinematic palate cleanser was in order. Something that was actually fun, well made, entertaining, and didn't make me question the futility of my own existence. And that thing turned out to be Bad Boys Ride or Die, the 4th movie in the long-running franchise, and the 2nd installment of the series since it returned after an almost 20-year hiatus. Damn man, Bad Boys has been going even longer than the Mission Impossible films.
Alright, so look, crazy idea. Bad Boys continues making movies just like Fast and Furious. Crazy idea. And don't sit here and act like y'all all Fast and Furious diehard fans. Y'all know these movies fucking suck. Y'all know these movies fucking suck. Oh my God. They're racing cars in the middle of the fucking street. And the movies become such a meme at this fucking point. The shit don't even matter. Right.
Anyway, after a string of potential summer blockbusters that ended up being disappointing flops, there were a lot of questions swirling around this flick. Could it finally turn the tide and deliver a genuine hit that was so badly needed? Did a franchise spanning 4 decades have enough gas left in the tank to stir audience interest? How would the box office react to a movie headlined by Will Smith after that incident? And most importantly...
Bro, all right, let me just say it right now. Nobody fucking cares about the Will. Nobody cares about that fucking Will Smith's life anymore. If you still care about that shit... You just a motherfucker desperate for somebody to continue to care about something irrelevant. You might actually be erased. The last good one was the 7th one. Yeah, no. What a wrong opinion to have. I'm just go ahead and let you know that right now. What a drastically wrong opinion to have. To say that the last good one was the 7th one. That was one of the worst ones, duck.
Would it actually be any good? Well, I'll answer the last question first by saying that yes, it is a good film, delivering exactly the kind of explosive, wisecracking, flamboyantly choreographed adventure that you'd expect from this series, coupled with the family melodrama and good-natured angst of 2 leads who know they're getting a bit too old for this stuff, but can still pull it off.
Will Smith stole the whole thing in stride. I disagree. Martin Lawrence was the MVP of this fucking movie. If you have not seen this and you think Will Smith is the MVP, No, I'm gonna let you know right now. Martin Lawrence is the MVP of Bad Boys Ride or Die. I'm telling y'all that objectively. Fuck subjective. Martin Lawrence is the quintessential MVP of this movie. From start to the motherfucking finish. And it ain't even up for discussion. Ain't even up for a possibility, bruh. The man is the MVP of the movie.
Off when it counts. Bad Boys 4 is in many ways a neat little throwback to a different time in Hollywood when guys like Michael Bay and Jerry Bruckheimer ruled the summer box office with big, bombastic, unapologetically macho action flicks that knew their audience and gave them exactly what they wanted in spades. Is it groundbreaking stuff that's going to redefine your understanding of the genre and make you see life in a completely different way? No, but it doesn't need to be. All it needs to do is keep you entertained and engaged for a couple of hours. And well, that's exactly what it did for me. The movie once again stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence as Mike and Marcus, a pair of
What about Reggie? What the fuck did I just say?
police detectives who get involved in all kinds of
Stop fucking hearing me say something and then be like, what about this? What the fuck did I say?
shady business, from drug cartels to corrupt cops to ruthless government agencies. In this case though, the action kicks off when the two men discover that their former captain has been implicated in a huge drug smuggling operation before he was killed in the previous movie. It turns out that Captain Howard was prepared for this though, and recorded a video message before his death warning the boys of corruption inside the department and giving them a cryptic clue that should lead them to the evidence that will clear his name. Wow, lucky he had the foresight to set all this stuff in advance, otherwise we wouldn't even have a movie. Anyway, the boys are determined to clear his name and set out to recover the evidence, which leads them to Mike's estranged son Armando, who's now being held in prison. Unfortunately, the bad guys are one step ahead of them, and before you know it, all three men are forced to go on the run as wanted fugitives. Pretty soon they're being hunted by the DEA, the US Marshals, the police, the army, the navy, and the fucking 9 ring wraiths of Sauron.
But yes, so I will acknowledge your fucking 1v15. It was fucking awesome. But that don't mean you the MVP of the movie because you finally had a moment that wasn't two characters cursing your ass out. You don't be the MVP of the movie. I know motherfuckers saw it. It was like, man, Reggie, the MVP of the movie. Like, I get it. Y'all motherfuckers like the pop and circumstances shit. But as the whole movie, Martin Lawrence is the MVP fucking P.
But can they put
Argue with your dead mamas and your fathers that left your ass.
aside their distrust of their former enemy to stay one step ahead of their pursuers and expose a conspiracy that reaches the highest levels of US government? I think you know the answer. Like I said earlier, there's nothing particularly crazy about the storyline for this movie, which incorporates all the familiar elements that fans of the series have pretty much come to expect by now. The boys going rogue and having to rely on a few trusted friends to help them out, lots of corruption and conspiracies to unmask, a bit of personal conflict, and some family drama back home to balance out the action. It's all tried and tested stuff, and it's perfectly serviceable as a framework for another Bad Boys adventure. I mean, some of the twists are pretty obvious, like if you can't figure out that a slick-talking senator who seems to be whiter than white might actually be hiding a dark secret, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe films aren't for you. On the casting side of things, it's nice to see Joe Pantoliano back, even if it's just in flashback video form, although I'm not entirely sure it was necessary to bring his character back into the story just for some retroactive mystery. Maybe you shouldn't have killed him off in the first place, eh? Smith and Lawrence slip back into their familiar characters like a pair of well-worn hiking boots. I mean, shit, if you've been playing the same characters for almost 30 years, the muscle memory probably kicks in after a while. The only difference this time around is that their roles kind of get reversed after Marcus suffers a near-fatal heart attack and believes that he can't die because it isn't his time yet or something, while Mike starts suffering.
Oh wait, I should have fuck spoilers. If you decided you still don't want to watch a fucking movie that's been out for 2 weeks, it's your fucking problem.
From panic attacks as the pressure gets to him. So basically this time around, Martin Lawrence gets to be the crazy freewheeling risk taker while Will Smith is more cautious and level-headed. Both of them are still in good form considering they're hurtling towards 60, but it might have been good for the script to lean into their age a little more and acknowledge that yes, they're getting pretty old for this action stuff now. Maybe show Mike struggling to keep up with his much younger and fitter son or something. I get the impression they don't want you thinking about that kind of thing too much though, and just want you to see it as another adventure, but whatever. Oh, and in case you were wondering, there's a little nod to Smith's antics at the Oscars a couple of years ago that I think shows the guy's not above a bit of self-deprecating humour. The star of the film though has got to be Reggie for me. I love how
Oh, never mind. This is the bigotry and hatred. This is bigotry and hatred. Reggie is not the star of the film. This motherfucker had a one moment. Ah, no, this is the bigotry and hatred. Like, this is the clear bigotry and fucking hatred. No. You know what? Looper was right. Fuck it. This is bigotry and hatred. These motherfuckers look at one scene and it's like, oh, this is the clear MVP of the movie. No. Fuck no. Motherfucker had one moment in the sun. Do you realize what he was doing the whole movie? He was playing Call of Duty. This is what we were rewarding? This bad behavior? This toxic masculinity? Fuck no, man. This shit ain't right. Fucking disrespect towards Martin Lawrence is crazy. I shit you not. Reggie is playing Call of Duty the whole movie. Then he get a phone call to get active. I ain't gonna lie, he got active. That don't make him the MVP. That don't make this motherfucker the MVP. Oh man, that's the bigotry and hatred we talking about, man. See, you gotta clean this shit up. You can't clean this shit up. What we gonna do? This ain't right. It ain't right.
How he's gone from being some gormless dork getting lambasted by Mike to an absolute badass taking down a dozen armed men all by himself. The directing and action scenes are top notch, managing to retain the look and feel of the Michael Bay films, but injecting a bit of much needed modern flair and imagination. And thank fuck, the film seems to make extensive use of practical effects for the action sequences. Oh, how I've missed squibs and pyrotechnics in my movies. Most people have probably seen the behind the scenes footage doing the rounds on social media, and I think it's a testament to the work of directors Adil and Bilal that they're able to keep the fourth movie in a 30-year-old franchise feeling fresh and interesting. After the embarrassing shit cannon of Batgirl, which entirely wasn't their fault, it's nice to
Oh, good lord. That's the bigotry and hatred. He made fun of the Batgirl. Which I ain't gonna lie. A fucking movie that's already done and all you gotta do is just like announce a release date. Them motherfuckers got rid of that for a tax write-off? That's wild. Like, I don't even give a fuck if you don't like the shit. You at least gotta admit that that's crazy. Motherfuckers couldn't even get their movie out because motherfuckers want to have it as a tax write-off. I'd be heated. Like, let's say for fuck's sake, the movie would have ended up being dog shit. Fuck, at least drop that shit for these motherfuckers. That's the least the motherfuckers could get. They movie out. That is pretty well. It's like, fuck.
see these guys get the redemption they deserve. Ultimately, Bad Boys Ride or Die feels like the ideal antidote to a lot of the crap being churned out this year. A simple, fun, undemanding action movie with a pair of likeable leads doing what they do best, and a surprising amount of care and creativity put into it. I don't know how many more adventures the
How does that even work though? Fuck, a tax write-off. Do whatever the fuck you want. And it's they shit. So it's like they could choose to fucking keep it or scrap it, and they chose to scrap it. Like, that's how it worked. You own some shit, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. You could keep the project going, or at the literally the 11th hour, say fuck that shit. And they say fuck that shit. Feel me? Ain't too much to figure out. You just gotta figure that part out, and you'll be able to. Feel me?
Bad Boys can go on at this point, but if this turns out to be their last ride, then I think it's a pretty decent send-off for them. Anyway, that's all I've got for today.
I don't really see the bigotry and hatred in praising a movie like Bad Boys. I don't necessarily see it. I wish I could see the bigotry and hatred in praising Bad Boys of all movies, but you know, maybe I'm not getting it. Maybe I'm not getting it, man. It seems kind of mundane, kind of milquetoast. Seems like it's kind of milquetoast, just a little bit. It's a good movie, but it's hard to really criticize Bad Boys. You know what I'm saying? Because we the bad boys for life. So now I gotta see what this nerd erotic motherfucker doing. Maybe he got the bigotry I'm looking for. Nerd erotic is toxic is a crazy way to start this. Where do I find it? Is this it? Videos. Acolyte is awful. This is how Star Wars dies. With thunderous cringe. All right.
Previously on the Acolyte.
You do not want to go down this road.
But remember, class, we're looking for what exactly?
For its recent revelations, but their commentary isn't productive. Rather, it encourages bigotry and hatred.
We're looking for content that encourages bigotry.
Because you have been down there and you know that road.
Frozen meets Kill Bill. I'm curious what that means. Can we elaborate? Are we getting a musical? You're not getting a musical.
You ever seen a grown man naked? Don't panic. On the belt line of the automatic pipe, there's our cue. Pull it out and blow on.
Is it really you? Hello, motherfucker.
Come and play with us, Daddy.
I didn't do it.
I don't care.
I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Pocket sand. Nerderotic.com.
Greetings, you over 1 million awakening wonders and the 40% who haven't subscribed yet. I have a question for you all. How do you kill something that's already dead? Well, between Disney Doctor Who and Disney Star Wars, it's a race to find out. I would argue Disney Doctor Who was ahead until the release of the infamous Acolyte Episode 3. We were warned this episode would break Star Wars. It would have major ramifications on the Force and destroy some more of George Lucas's lore, which it did. What we weren't warned about was this is the worst single episode of anything Disney Star Wars ever, including Boba Fett and Ahsoka. And it's the perfect representation of the meme. Our expectations were low, but holy So kiss your loved ones, grab a helmet, and if you're a dude, put on a cup because we're going to talk about the Acolyte. Now, after the thrilling and engaging first two episodes where Carrie Ann Moss Mothma was dispatched in under 5 minutes with a kitchen knife, which sets off a murder mystery featuring two identical twins, May and Osha, who have been separated for 16 years but still manage to have the same hairstyle. They are pursued by the guy from Squid Game and some incompetent Jedi, including X-23, Maurice Gibb, and Jediah Beatties.
Anger is not the way of the Jedi.
Oh, maybe that's the bigotry. We're making fun of fat phobia. Or we're making fun of fat people because how dare these grown men? I don't know how grown men they could truly be doing this outside. There's a bear statue. There's a bear statue. This is not grown man activity. These aren't alpha men. I'm greatly offended. I'm greatly offended by the lack of alpha maleness going on in this image right now. Why are they watching? Why are they watching if the series is so terrible? Well, I think what you could really say is a lot of motherfuckers are in it for the money. And there's money to shit on TV, and there's also money to praise TV if it somehow meets their expectations. Some individuals won't fucking just be like, all right, I'm tired of this shit. I'm going watch something else to see if anything else could entertain me. That's not going to happen. They're going to milk this fucking cow until it's dead. You know? So one could argue the most sensible thing is just like, don't watch the shit, but motherfuckers are going to watch the shit. Also, because I just saw this come across my screen. Apparently, if anybody remembers when that old guy shot and killed two people, now some people are trying to seemingly think that it's unfair that this guy got 48 years for shooting and killing two people. And the reasoning is they blocked and caused traffic. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
So after getting to know Osha and...
Just to be clear, if people are protesting and it inconveniences you, the dumbest thing you could do is shoot and kill them.
May identical.
Because more likely than not, you're going to jail.
The twins played by Amanda Stenberg the exact same way without changing her facial expression. It's time to spend the entire episode 3 of an 8, roughly half-hour each episode series with a flashback that she's not even in. We start out 16 years earlier on the planet Brendok with young May and Osha, who...
There's many Star Wars lore you can watch instead of waste time on this series. Well, don't tell that to me. I don't watch Star Wars at all. Unless it's the Cartoon Network series from 2008.
Are played by sisters who will eventually grow up to be identical.
We're twins.
And they live in hiding in a giant stone structure on top of a mountain run by an all-female coven of witches.
What could possibly go wrong?
And this all-female coven filled with just a few dozen people must have accomplished architects, engineers, and stonemasons.
Is the bigotry that they keep saying it's all female, or is that just an observation of what it actually is? A fucking all-female fucking cast of fucking characters with like few examples of a guy. Is that bigotry? Is that content promoting bigotry and hatefulness, or is that them describing what the fuck they're looking at? You could complain about the word choice, but is the word choice that fucking bad? Nah.
They just run across this fully operational stone structure base on the top of a mountain, considering they mentioned they only recently arrived at the planet.
Any sign of the visiting Jedi?
None. Our scouts think they've moved their ship inland.
I told you this planet would be safe haven for our coven.
Don't know, but that's the least of the show's problems. Immediately, we learn that young May wants to become a witch, and young Osha does not, as they prepare for their ascension into the all-female coven of indoctrinators. Admittedly, on brand for Disney. And Leslie Headland doesn't waste any time.
Oh, that's the propaganda. It's pride flag.
All-female coven of indoctrinators. Admittedly.
There it is. There it is. There's our bigotry. I almost missed it. I almost missed this shit. Whoa.
On brand for Disney. And Leslie Headland doesn't waste any time taking George Lucas's lore into Harvey's office. Because this all-female coven of witches that's totally not the Night Sisters wields the power of, not the Force, the thread.
The what now?
I know you remember Yoda's speech from The Empire Strikes Back describing the Force.
For my ally is the Force. And a powerful ally it is. Life breeds it. Makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us. And binds us. Luminous beings so we...
All right, hold on a fucking second, because now my dander's getting up. Now I gotta see something. Sorry for anybody who was on this journey with me to fucking see if the bigotry was there or not, but just give me a moment. Give me the ability one good time for a moment. Because I'm greatly intrigued by what I could possibly hear. As I said a minute ago, the big man got 48 years for killing 2 people. And your American standards aside, this happened not in America. I want to know how many of you are going to do this if you're in traffic, and if you somehow think in the legal court you're going to not face a consequence for killing 2 people. And while you struggle to answer that, I want to hear what this guy has to say, because I'm intrigued somewhat. I'm intrigued somewhat.
I want to say first.
Hold on. To readers, I personally lived through these roadblocks. I personally knew people who lost their jobs, people who couldn't cook or drive. I personally met tourists who were forced to walk in the sun with suitcases. I personally met, this sounds like a woke activist. I personally heard stories of people who couldn't get medicine, who had to pay huge sums to get medicine airlifted. I personally heard firsthand from a family who couldn't get their child to a hospital after a snake bite. The media covered only some of what happened, which you can see in this thread. You would have needed to live through it to really understand it. Oh, I could understand it at all. I could understand it. Time-sensitive events. Motherfuckers are annoyed, and somehow motherfuckers who are doing the protest seem to think, this will get everybody's attention because we're inconveniencing them. But it won't. It'll just make people hate you. Still not warranted to kill any of them. I would argue the only means of doing that is if they throw shit at your car that damages it, and if they try to force you out of your car. I think that would fit it in. You know? I would argue that, blocking traffic isn't warranted of people dying. That's just me. Now, if they were violent towards you, I say let it rip. But based on the video, that was not what happened. And you always got to love the large sum of, hey, you got to read through this. And then at the end, I acknowledge that Kenneth Darlington murdered 2 people, but the state failed in its role of protecting the innocent. Darlington killed 2 people, but he was the victim of unlawful violent act. Woo-sa. Woo-sa. Oh, woo, woo-sa. Hold on. Ooh. I got I gotta hear this part.
So, what's up? What's up? Struggle is up, brother. Oppression is up, brother. Salami, eggs, and bacon.
Salami, eggs, and bacon.
Oh, ba. Ooh, mama say, mama sa, mama makusa.
Yeah, mama say, mama sa, mama makusa. Fuck. Salami, eggs, and bacon. Fuck. I needed to hear that because I might not be able to make it through. I'm sorry. I know we was all here to figure out if Madden and Star Wars all sucked and all that shit, and something about ImAllex. What does salami even taste like? Go buy it and find out. What type of dumbass question you ask.
I want to say first, yes, Kenneth Darlington is a murderer.
That's how you start, huh? That's how you start, huh? All right.
I want to say first, yes, Kenneth Darlington is a murderer, and he deserved a prison charge for killing 2 people.
Why is there 2 minutes of this? The 8 seconds is all you needed, bruh. The 8. I feel like I know what you about to say. You about to talk about how it's unlawful to block traffic and it's a situation that's not fair. And I would agree with you, except for when you decide to kill 2 people. Now, I would say let her rip if, as they're protesting and causing traffic, they're bashing people's cars, they're dragging people out of their cars, and they're choking them to death and saying, this is what we're fighting for. I say let her rip at that point. But that's not what happened with that guy in particular.
Okay. But the context is that there were roadblocks going on.
No, that ain't it. You good, bro? Oh, I'm great. I'm fucking great. I'm how the kids say, living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Living my best life. Oh, but okay. Give it a context.
For months. And
hold on. Let's hear him out.
Charged for killing 2 people. Okay. But the context is that there were roadblocks going on for months.
What does that have to do with what happened in that moment?
And many of the points that were blocked were preventing all commerce, ambulances, firefighters, food trucks.
Explain to me, what does that have to do with killing 2 people?
Fuel trucks from crossing. The Pan American Highway, Panama is a narrow isthmus.
Okay, what does that have to do with him killing 2 people?
And there are like 13 places where there is no other bridge across the river.
What does that have to do with killing 2 people?
Like maybe you could drive, 30 miles up into the jungle, up a muddy road, and like find some smaller river crossing that you could possibly ford. But for 99% of people, when that road gets blocked, there is no way to go around.
What does that have to do with killing 2 people?
And I lived through this, okay?
He looks like I thought he would. It's crazy.
I saw people losing their jobs. I saw the local media reports about, my so-and-so is trapped in the roadblocks. He has heart issues. He doesn't have his insulin medicine. Somebody's kid got bit by a snake and couldn't go through. Like, I lived through this. I speak Spanish. I saw all the local media reports. I made a thread, showing all of the things that, like, the Ministry of Security, the National Medical College, said about, ambulances getting set on fire by the protesters, about, farmers having millions in losses,
That's all wonderful. What does that have to do with him killing? You bringing up farmers, you bringing up medical issues, you bringing up everybody else but him. Like, I can understand the trials and tribulations of other people and how they got to get things to and fro. What that got to do with him?
Like, when the road protests finally stopped, a lot of people were so desperate that they were basically ready to go to war over this. Like, they literally lost their livelihoods. I mean, people were robbing stores. People were shooting each other in the streets. Like, I saw this happen, okay? So, yes, Kenneth Darlington is a murderer, okay? But the state failed in their responsibility to keep the peace. And
no. The state did not fail to do that. What they failed to do is clearly teach you motherfuckers about what happens when you're angry and you act based off that anger. Now, again, for like the 6th time, blocking traffic, fucking annoying. We could all agree. No one's really going to sit here and contest that. I've said many a times, activists don't really know how to protest shit. They do everything except do any of this shit at the buildings that would matter. And even when they do, they end up getting fired because they work in those buildings. They don't know how to plan anything. Still not warranting killing 2 people. And then I wonder if there was any piece of the puzzle here that could help us figure this out just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wonder. This is a disgruntled individual. He wants to get up on out of there. And he just pulls his fucking gun out. Is he trying to justify the protest? No, he's trying to backdoor his way into a conversation of, hey, yes, he killed 2 people, but you have to understand that people are upset because these protests were causing a lot of things to not be in production. And it's like, duh. That's what most of these road blocking protests tend to cause. What does that have to do with this guy? No, zero threat to him. He walks up to them. You got Granny sitting there just dancing, having the time of her life. Clearly they talking about what's going on. They talking about it. This motherfucker just pull his piece out. Like, he just pull his piece out for everybody to see. So my question to anybody, especially him, what do you say to a motherfucker just pulling his piece out? Isn't this in Central America? If Panama is Central America, then yes. If not, it happened in Panama. My bad. I don't know all the maps outlines of the world. Now he does what arguably a lot of people should be doing. Just moving their shit out the way. Now, you might still get in trouble for that, but I feel like you'll get in less trouble for doing that. And you'll get in more trouble if you shoot them. Right? Am I fucking crazy? I feel like you'll get in less trouble for pushing all their stuff out of the way, and you'll get in more trouble if you shoot them. And them people are clearly not walking towards this man at this current moment. Gonna be honest here, he seems to have pulled the gun out in case anyone tried to run. Wow, bold strategy. So let's observe this shit again. Let's observe this shit again, since it seems like he pulled it out in case anyone runs at him. People are talking to him. And he pulls his piece out and he points it at everybody else. So yeah, in case anyone tries to run at him, it's a strong strategy. By the way, fuck your strategy, he got 48 years. Just in case your strategy don't hold too much weight. Your strategy don't hold too much weight, partner. I need you. That's not a sound strat. Hold on. I gotta watch this without it being on the screen because I feel like a murder happens in this minute and 28-second video. Hold on, I'm casually observing. Because you know what? Ahsoka's semification might be right. And maybe I'm wrong here. Oh no, I don't see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Ahsoka, I might owe you an apology. I might owe you an apology, Ahsoka. might owe you an apology, Ahsoka. Oh, I might be eating crow tonight. My, oh me, oh sanctifying grace. That's crazy. I might owe this motherfucker an apology. Might. Let me see. Let me check one more piece of this puzzle real quick. You know what I'm saying? Leon apologizing. I mean, I could be like you dipshits and not, or I could be normal. Those are my two options. You know what I'm saying? But I always got to specify the might. I might not. If I could just find one specific thing. Can I? Can I find it? Can I find it? He's talking. Okay, I'm watching this to see. I'm watching this to see. Oh, where the fuck? Oh, why aren't you motherfuckers giving me what I'm asking for? I won't see some. You know what I'm saying. I mean, he's already sentenced, and I don't think Panama has any self-defense laws. I mean, they could. How fucking ever? Where is the self-defense in certain scenarios? What are we quantifying as self-defense here? What are we doing to quantify self-defense? What's our metric for the self-defense? What's our metric for the self-defense? I'd be intrigued to know. Because since I, for some fucking reason, can't seem to find this shit unedited, I now must ask the common question. I must ask this common question. Oh, wait. Maybe the Officer Tatum has it. Because, you know, the Officer Tatum, he fucking goes over fucking gun-related incidents. Maybe. I don't know. What the fuck is this motherfucker's name? Oh. Oh, spelled it wrong. This video may portray. Oh, this video might have it. Maybe.
There's stuff unless you have enough license to have a gun. Very difficult.
I hate that I've bored all of my viewers and my listeners. I've despised myself for doing such.
He's just standing.
I think this might be our closest attempt at seeing it.
Level. Now, let's think about the fact here that he's just standing there, just talking to them, and you can see here. And now
oh, so yeah, fuck you, Ahsoka. Don't ever seem like nothing. Motherfucker just buckshotted motherfucker at a distance. Ain't no fucking. What was that shit you said? Where is it? You fuckwit. Fuck. Oh, you shit. Gonna be honest there, he seems to have pulled the gun out in case anyone tries to run at him. Everybody's standing talking to him. He just two-pieced the motherfucker. He just clean-pieced the motherfucker at a distance. Ah, fuck you, Ahsoka. Fuck the rest of y'all. I knew the fuck I was talking about. I knew. My memory wasn't fully there, but it was there enough. See? I just said in case. Nah, fuck that shit. I don't know this shit or don't speak on shit you don't know. No fucking theory craft which you don't know about. See, I remember doing a fucking video about this shit saying this motherfucker probably gonna get booked. Oh, see? That's why I don't listen to y'all. That's why I don't listen to you motherfuckers. I don't know what the man's even. Man, give a fuck. Motherfucker got 48 years killing two people. Motherfuckers want to talk about it just in case anybody runs in here. That motherfucker walked up on them. That's the part you left out. What the fuck? What the fuck that shit at? Fuck. Keep watching this fuck shit.
Out of there. And 2 people paid for their lives for not listening to that advice. So please, this is just stupid on every level. Now, let's think about the fact here that he's just standing there, just talking to them, and you can see here, and now he just reaches out and shoots the guy. And look at the look on his face. I really want you to pay attention here. Does this look like somebody
Yeah, bro, just in case somebody run at him.
who has anything resembling fear for his life? Does he have any objective, reasonable evidence of a deadly threat? No.
Fuck, maybe they gonna run at him.
No, but does he have even any subjective appropriation of fear? No, this is the face of a man who is tired. This is the face of a man who's had it. I have some inside baseball here from people in Panama. Again, I got friends there that this guy's kind of known as a racist.
He looks like George Lucas. It's crazy. Oh, wait a minute. He's a racist? Oh no. Oh, shit.
Had it. I have some inside baseball here from people in Panama. Again, I got friends there that this guy's kind of known as a racist piece of crap, and that the gun that he had there probably wasn't registered to him and probably wasn't.
That was another fucking thing. Woo, woo, shit. I say, woo, shit. Nigga had an unregistered gun too? Oh, he was getting booked regardless, bruh. No, fuck the activism. Fuck the bucket of ice. This dude's stupid. On all levels, he's dumb. He threw his life away. And I understand, bro. I understand. Motherfuckers hate activists. I hate activists too. I'm not touching none of them motherfuckers. I'm not giving, matter of fact, hold the fuck up. I gotta make sure I get this video. Copy this. Twitter video downloader. Oh yeah. I'm about to go buckshot stupid on this ugly ass dude. Give me this video, just in case he delete this shit from peer pressure online. I'ma need that. I'ma need that. And I'ma need a screenshot of this tweet here, buddy. Appreciate you. Didn't look concealed either. So listen, I'ma say this now. Because I know when I upload this video, somebody gonna be like, well, Leon, you're missing the entire point. No, I'm not. I understand protests are annoying. I understand blocking traffic is annoying. I understand activists don't really know how to fight for anything without making themselves look stupid. You can't just willy-nilly kill them. You can't do it. I know how much y'all are always tempted, but if you lead with your temptations, especially if they are negative temptations, a negative consequence will come out to you. And I believe 48 years in jail is not the consequence y'all all want. May I get the A-est of mans? A-est of mans. Now let's continue figuring out bigotry.
This crude matter.
It appears it needed to be updated for a modern audience.
All living things are connected by the same thread. A thread woven through all of existence. Some call it a force and claim to use it. But we know the thread is not a power you wield. Pull the thread, change everything. It ties you to your destiny. It binds you to others.
And right after Mother Anastasia says that the thread is not a power you wield, she wields the power. Now, apparently the thread is some gobbledygook having to do with the power of one or two or many, and Mother Anastasia demonstrates this by showing the power of one, which is force pushing one woman, or showing the power of two, which is force pushing two women, and I'm guessing the power of many is pushing many women.
All I know is that can play.
And after one of the girls' mothers, Mother Anastasia, pushes them to the ground to where they almost hit their head on the steps, the other mother, Coral, hears a noise from the computer room. Is it the Jedi they've already acknowledged they know is on the planet, or is it a computer member?
What is this thread BS? Apparently it's the Force, but it's like not the Force, or it's like the Force, but they call it a different word. My theory, and you fucking Star Wars nerds, help me out here. Are these the Night Sisters, but like in live action form? I think, am I crazy? Because I see that they're referred to as witches. Are these the Night Sisters? I'd be fine if they were. It's like, oh, it's the Night Sisters. They're commonplace for stupid shit like this.
Fail function because they have no men for IT.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing? Sir, having problem with
They're not the Night Sisters? Oh, well, never mind.
the computer.
And after another scene about the two girls arguing about the Ascension, Mother Anastasia explains what it is.
Ascension is about walking through fear. It is about sacrificing a part of yourself. The power of many instead of the power of one.
No offense, but it sounds like some commie gobbledygook. Then we get a heavy dose of modernity.
The galaxy is not a place that welcomes women like us.
Yes, the message is strong with this one, and we're just getting started. And just in case you weren't convinced in the previous 2 scenes that Osha doesn't want to become a witch and May does, they show you again. And this is where we find out this very peaceful all-female covenant of witches is hunted and persecuted by who? The Republic? The Jedi?
Tonight we enact a ceremony we have not performed since our exile. We were hunted, persecuted, forced into hiding, all because some would consider our power dark, unnatural. We were on the brink of extinction.
What the hell was that? And if that wasn't bad enough, we've finally arrived to the cringe part. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Disney Star Wars.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of many. The power of one.
I hate the fact that I'm going to be sitting in my fucking room just being like, the power of one, power with one. I fucking hate the fact that this is going to be stuck in my fucking head, man. Congratulations. That's the bigotry. You fucking indoctrinated me into thinking that this shit is commonplace.
The power of two, the power of many.
You know, I've seen something like this before.
Hold on. I missed something.
Power of one, power of two, the power of many.
You know, I've seen something like this before.
Hey, why are we going at the old lady? The old ladies just fucking did some fucking seminar. And, you know, they had peace. They're doing yoga. What the old ladies got to do with this, man?
So the Ascension ceremony starts, and May is imbued with the purple ball of energy force of the thread, but then they are interrupted by the Jedi before Osha could get her purple ball of energy force of the thread. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out something historic just happened. From the time the title card hit after Soul's very brief appearance spying on the children in the beginning of the episode, 13 minutes and 13 seconds passed without a man being on screen.
Yes, yes.
Pretty easy to figure out.
I guess that's the bigotry. Like a man's not here now. Is that it? Is that our layer of bigotry? A man's not here? Did I get it? Did I figure it out? There's no man here, so that's the bigotry they're promoting. Like, we didn't put a man on the screen. We're awesome. Yeah.
Out when you're watching a good show, it's got a world you buy into. You generally know where you are in that world. You know how much time has passed, characters you're invested in, being consistent and making logical decisions, everything the Acolyte isn't. So this is the point where things make even less sense. The Jedi claim they thought the planet was uninhabited despite breaking into a fortress. They also claim that they're not there to steal children.
The Jedi do not take children.
Do you speak any English?
Then Obi-Wan Trinity states you cannot deny a Jedi testing future Padawans, except when you can.
With your permission, of course.
But here comes the big one. You thought Anakin Skywalker was special with his immaculate midichlorian conception? Haha, that's nothing.
Where is their father?
They have no father.
And later we find out why.
Oh my God, JJ Redick is the fucking head coach of the Lakers. Okay.
I carry
What a fucking business move.
them.
I created them.
Heard that right. 2 women through the power of the thread conceived twin girls.
Oh, that's the bigotry. Lesbians have sex, right? Why doesn't Disney just say they hate Star Wars? I mean, if they did, they wouldn't fucking make all these shows. I think the one thing that I'm seeing throughout this is just like, these motherfuckers think that they know what fans want and the fans don't want it. Maybe. And people, and these two sides can't seem to coexist, which is why you get articles like this. Racist are review bombing black-led Star Wars series despite high ratings from real critics. The Star Wars fandom continues to embarrass itself. The latest series in the franchise, The Acolyte, has fallen victim to yet another review bombing campaign from the audience, an unfortunate practice that is often rooted in racism and bigotry. The prequel series, which stars Amandla Steinberg, earned glowing reviews from critics, currently sitting at 84% on Rotten Tomatoes. The series has also been a ratings hit for Disney Plus, standing as the largest debut for the streamer so far this year, which, great job at boycotting something you hate. You made the fucking show, it's fucking a ratings hit, so congratulations. Congratulations, I get. Yet, despite its warm reception, the show is still not immune to some of the harshest parts of the Star Wars fanbase, as it is currently at a shocking 15% in the audience score. For years now, certain projects in the franchise have been review bombed, with hundreds of audience reviews on sites like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes pouring in and affecting the overall scores. They can honestly feel alright to these stories. And unfortunately, I mean, they're the motherfuckers who have to spend money to watch these stories. So, you know, I could kind of see that from that perspective. And unfortunately, sectors of these fandoms have some serious racial, misogynistic, and often homophobic biases they operate with when engaging in this content. And listen, I agree. There is like a weird corner of all fan bases that's just really fucking desperate for attention. They fucking DM the fucking actors, writers, directors, and they say a bunch of heinous shit. Is that everybody? No. Is it critical drinker? No. Is it nerdrotic? No. Is it the quartering? Maybe. I'm just playing. I just like throwing people randomly under the bus. Steinberg opened up about some of this. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Is this the fucking show where the guy was like, Anakin blew up killed the Death Star or blew up the Death Star, one of them fucking words? Is that it? Is that this show? Is that it? Because didn't an actor come out and was like, Anakin blew up the Death Star? It's like, oh, is that what happens? Like, I don't know too much about Star Wars, but I feel like that's not what happened there. It's weird as fuck, but I'm not losing energy raging about lesbian witches having kids with each other. Like, hey, I feel like that wouldn't be too much of a problem. Or maybe that's just the woke indoctrination getting me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I've been woke indoctrinated and I can't possibly foresee an opportunity to grow. Maybe. Or it's just a fucking show that has ideas that some people will like and some people won't like. Like, that's a more honest way to look at it for me. Because ultimately, this is not something I'm watching. Bruh. Shit. I'm getting tired. Let's wrap this up. There's a specific kind of Star Wars fan that's very vocal on the internet. They've called our show the Wokalite a fair amount, which I'm like, okay, what about it? Some of the backlash from fans. Also, wasn't there a fucking clip that you motherfuckers lied about the fucking lead actress, about how she wants white people to cry? And didn't that get community noted as a means of not even talking about Star Wars, but some fucking movie from like 2018? It's like, oh, if you fucking watch the movie, you'll probably walk away understanding why she said that shit. See, once again, community note proven to be a useful feature. And I hear YouTube's coming out with their version of community notes. And if you complain about motherfuckers fact checking misinformation, you might be somebody that spreads lies a lot in front of a bunch of people. Now, will that system fuck over somebody? The potential is strong. The force is strong within that one. But if you're acting as if, oh my God, they're about to start spreading misinformation and hurting channels, you're probably somebody that's been openly lying a lot. You might want to calm that down in the future. I didn't know that. Yeah. YouTube's apparently working on like a community note version, like, you know, they took from Twitter, and they're going to try to implement a community note, which I believe could work and could fuck a lot of people over who openly lie about the content they put out. You know how in some videos, if they, like, for instance, if like motherfuckers talk about the Holocaust or 9/11, they got like the little news blurb. I feel like it might be something like that. I truly feel like it might be something like that. But isn't the vast majority hating the show versus the few defending it? Isn't that democracy? Okay, please. Your joke didn't land. Your joke didn't land. We're having real conversations here. Like a lot of remakes and new shows, it seems like they want to just get a new audience with the series and go their own way. But you know, fine. But it also has to be good. And you know, what's good and what's not is completely subjective. There will be people who don't like the Acolyte. There will be people who like the Acolyte. There will be motherfuckers who hate Marvel Spider-Man. There's going to be people like me who love Marvel Spider-Man. There'll be the dumb fucks who will act as if nobody could possibly like Black Little Mermaid. Meanwhile, there'll be countless little girls who will tell you they love Little Mermaid. It's all based around subjectivity. And you and your friends not liking something doesn't mean everybody else also doesn't like said something. And I'm going to need y'all to stop that group thing. Like, if there's anything you could take away from this, stop thinking just because you and your buddies hate something, that means everybody hates it. It's not really how that works. What about parody and satire videos? I feel like you would be able to get away with those. Stop doom and gloom thinking, especially if you're not a YouTuber. If you're if you're listening to motherfuckers who constantly get themselves into trouble with YouTube, you're not really going to understand too much. I feel as if a motherfucker with satire videos will be perfectly fine. It's you motherfuckers in the news category that just spread misinformation as if it's for dinner. You might be fucked. A motherfucker like Synthetic Man might be fucked. A motherfucker like The Quartering on occasion might be fucked. A motherfucker like me would be fucked if I was going around spreading untruths, but I'm reacting to stupid people and critiquing their untruths and having fun with it. Just in case you were wondering. So please, unlock the part of your brain that chooses to not think critically and think a little bit more critically. Much like Looper needs to do, because Looper sat there and tried to characterize motherfuckers' content as promoting bigotry. You know what I'm saying? And I watched Nerd Erotic video. I watched the Critical Drinker video. I watched 2 Critical Drinker videos. And I'm not really seeing the bigotry and hatred. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say, Looper, you're full of shit. And have they responded to any of this? I know they deleted their video, but have they responded? No response. Oh, the Acolyte features an unexpected Star Wars prequel cameo that has hardcore fans questioning if it's within the canon. Here's why they feel that way. Oh. No response. No response. Okay. Random picture. Star Wars The Acolyte Episode 3 expands on the franchise's lore by establishing a connection between 2 of the show's characters and Anakin Skywalker. Okay, I still see nothing. Still see nothing. There is no bigotry. I mean, I know. I'm more so just interested to see if these motherfuckers are just going to be like, hey, apologies. Because, you characterize motherfuckers as something, and it seems like they're not that something. I feel like you should have the balls to get back on your platforms and be like, oops, our bad. And it seems like they didn't do it. Why does Looper legit feel like something you would find in a gossip magazine? Well, because it seemingly is. The 2002 Disney animated film Lilo and Stitch had to scramble to make some big changes to its final act after the September 11 terrorist attacks. Well, a lot of movies did. A lot of movies at a period of time kind of had to drop anything regarding buildings, being hit by planes. So it's like, that's not really too much of a shock or surprise to me. What did we learn, class? What did we learn today? We learned Ahsoka will base a little bit of speculation around nothing without seeing any evidence to back it. That's bad, Ahsoka. It's very bad, Ahsoka. Don't do that. If you don't know about something, don't look at it for the first time and assume it will go a certain way. People are stupid. That's a lesson that we always seem to learn. Critical Drinker and Nerd Erotic, forgot his name for a second, are not promoting bigotry for criticizing a fucking show. Yeah, they'll use buzzwords and it could be viewed as annoying, but that's not promoting bigotry. as being observant while trying to put humor to it. And along the way, you know what was important? The friends we met. But good stream. Good stream all around. Good stream, boys and girls. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Give yourselves an obligatory pat on the back. I feel like we did good. And with that doing good, I'm gonna go make this video about this fat fuck getting 48 years, and apparently we must play defense for it because we must understand the trials and tribulations of shit. But in the meantime, I will see you all maybe on Sunday to finally pay attention to ImAllex. Bye-bye.